NFL on EA Sports.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints.
Deontay Harris on the return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 71 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Tagovailoa's pass complete to Mike.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida.
Tagovailoa's pass. Complete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10. At their own 21-yard.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, he is out of bounds right around the 34. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going for it. It's Watson. Breakaway. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
On 2nd down, Tua. The throw taken in by Cole. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Watson. He throws it and gets the slant route to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He finds his target. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Will Lutz lining up for the point
A
after.
lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
For New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Miami set to take over.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams.
Tagovailoa.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Tua. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Saints 7.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Watson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Mack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
First down, Miami.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
43-yard line.
Tua going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Matt Breida.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Saints 7.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Mack. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
11 on the play. First down, Miami.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Tua to throw again. Check down to Breida. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 27.
A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, here's Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 49-yard line.
On second down, Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
21. Dolphins 20.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Saints take over at first and 10 at their own.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Here's Tua. Able to find Shaheen here. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
This throw caught at about the 5. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Jason
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
at their own 20.
Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game.
Made at the 24-yard.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. on the delay. Here's Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
For the extra point.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Deontay Harris. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
Number 41, Alvin.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going for it. It's Watson. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the... Football in great field position. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
0. People celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Fuller.
That's good.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Again, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up first and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Watson looks to throw again. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job.
Hammering from the goal line. He loses the football. The Dolphins have got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
First down, Miami.
They run with Breida. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Dolphin ball carrier.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Dolphins.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he will be brought
down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. That's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Tua. There's that man again. It's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now it's Breida. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up, lad.